Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Um, I hope you all have gone through the last session, which was uploaded yesterday. From that last session, I was able to go through the introduction to the software, then the features of the software, and what you can do. And I was able to load in drawings. I'm sure everyone have done their assignment. They have their drawings loaded in already, and they've scaled their drawing. That was the first assignment for Planswift, and I believe everyone should have done that already. So today we'll continue from where we stopped the other day after we did our drawing. This is our file here. What I do is now something about Planswift is Planswift stops where you stop. Hope you understand that in a way, if you're working on a project and all of a sudden you had power issues and the likes, Planswift to continue from where you stopped. So there's no need for you to get worried that you're going to lose your files or something might happen along the way. No, that won't happen. Hmm? That's something I want you to understand. Okay, so now this is what I was working on before, but I would open the video we're working on. That's open. Just come down to where the file is, then open job. Then it will load the project completely for you. Now this is our project that we're working on. Now, still the same principle of scaling. This drawing page here, the reason I'm using the same drawing as Bluebeam, Planswift, and Revit, I'm using the same drawing all through, is for you to confirm quantities and you see that you will get the same quantities across all of the softwares. So it's now left for you to choose the one that is more suitable to you. I hope you understand. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to scale this page. Now for this page here, I'll be using the door to scale this drawing, which is this door here. Now all we'll do is come to scale. I like working in metric units. Now you can choose to apply scale to all page, but it's not advisable to do that. Then create dimension line. You want to see a dimension line on your drawing. Once you click this, click OK. Now, unlike Bluebeam that snaps automatically, Planswift doesn't snap, so you have to just zoom in and pick the lines yourself. You see a red pointer there. For those that have gone through the software and they've familiarized themselves with it, you should see a red pointer here at this stage. So just click on the first point, then the next point, which is here. Okay. Something. Okay. Sorry. Scale. Okay. I did not put it in unit. That's 0.9. That's 900 mm door. Okay. And you pick from this point to this point. That's your 900. No, for Bluebeam, you pick before you scale. But for Planswift, you scale before you pick. How to understand? You put the dimension before you pick the point in Planswift. Okay. Then for this door is 750 door. This door here. So you see once I scaled vertically, this vertical scale, if you notice on this end here, you see that there's this vertical kind of arrow here that shows that you scaled the vertical part, right? Now for the horizontal part also scale. Also scale, that's 0.75. That's 750 mm. 750 mm, but I'm using meters, that's why I'm using 0.75. Okay. So we pick from this point down to this point here. I hope you've seen it. Now you can choose to adjust the size of this if it's looking too big on your drawing. Just come to, you click on the annotation here, then change the color to black. What you do is come down here, you see the side here, it's where my mouse is. Black. The text also should be black. Then the text height 0.5. That's to reduce it. You see it. So you can do the same for this also. So it looks more mature than your drawing. It does not look like it's scattered around on your drawing. So that is basically what that part is for. Like I said during the last session, you can use this to edit. Okay. Okay. So once you've done this, you have your drawing scaled already. Now just click on this dimension. Let me just confirm what you've done. Come to dimension here. Then pick from those points to this point here. See, point to point, we have 1.2 standard window. Let's see this door here, dimension from this point to this point, 750. Did you see that? It's as easy as this, no stress. And check here, you see that the dimension now shows the vertical horizontal scale already. So you can turn this off. Once you see all your annotation and dimensions, turn it on or off. I hope you can see that. Okay, then moving on to the next part here. That's the next page here, which is the scaled page already. Now for scale drawing, what I like doing is I like to get the longest side to scale the drawing. I hope you understand. You pick the longest side to scale your drawing. Now all you do is just come to scale. This is 11.3 meters, 11.3. Okay. Then you just do is pick, right? So you just pick from this point here down to the next point. Then for this one, 18.2 scale. 18.2. Okay. Now just pick from this point. Now let's make sure your scale is correct. Once you scale your drawing well, you don't have a problem. I hope you understand. Once your drawing is scaled, you don't have a problem. Now let's confirm what we've done. Let's check the door dimensions from this point to this point. 750. Did you see that? Let me see from this point to this point. 900. Did you see? So once your scale is correct, you have your dimensions correct. Did you get that? Okay. Now let's move on to the next page. Let me see the elevation. Okay, let me scale the elevations first because we'll be coming to the elevations on this software. Let me scale this part. I'll be using 3.15 as the height as vertical scale. I'll be 3.15. Okay. I'll be from this point. But as a beginner, I would always advise that you still make sure you show your scales. Like always show your dimension line like this as a beginner. Until you get to that point where you can just type scale and you don't have to bother about seeing the dimension. So that's 1.2. Okay. That's for the window. We have from this point to this point. Okay, so scales the window already. Okay, understand. So as a beginner, always make sure you have your skills like this. It's very important. They can just hide it. No, it's disturbing your work. Then the section also, you can scale your section page. You can use the 3 meters here. Now scale. That's 3.00. Just trying to make sure, because some people I've noticed in time past when my students say they don't get the scale, so I'm trying to scale all of the pages, most of the pages for you, so you'd see all of this. That's how you scale your page. Now, let's say on this drawing now, we want to add structural drawing to it. Put our structural details into this drawing. So just add the architectural details here. But we're using the structural details of another drawing entirely. But I just want to bring it into this work here. What I'll do is click on this add file, add pages. I click on add pages, pick from image file. From image file, next. I'll go to where the file is. I'm trying to get to where my file is here. And click on this drop down arrow. It's on my hard drive. I think I saved it. I'm trying to figure out where I kept this file. Sorry. Okay, structure. Now this is it. So I just have to click on this sign here, this box here. I have to check it. Because I make sure that your box is checked. It makes your work easy. Once the box is checked, next. Leave all of this where it is, next. Then finish. So it brings it down. And you have the pages you added. See the new PDF you added down here already. So, because we'll be doing a little bit of structural measurements, that's why I had to bring this in. Okay. Now, that is how we go about adding page and scaling your pages. So I can only scale a structural page. I'll be doing for working on columns. So what I'll do is I'll just pick one of the dimensions on this page. That's, let me pick this 3 meters. Yeah, that'll be scale. That'll be 3 meters. Okay. Or you can always zoom in and press M on your keyboard to magnify. M to magnify. So, and just press M. We have 3 meters there. So let me look for, let me use this to find out the horizontal scale. That's 0.225. Okay. So you pick from this point to this point here. I hope you understand. Now, if it's looking too big, remember, I just come down here, then reduce it to 0.5. 0.05. You can go as low as 0.05. Let's click on the side here, then 0.05. That's how small it is. Do that to the sun also. Let's say 0.2. Just make it small. Okay, we have that. Once that is done, you can just confirm what you've measured, dimensions. Then we'll pick from this point here to the base of the slab. That's 2.6. 2.6. This is it. You can also confirm for the other ones also. This point down to 0.81. Let's see. This begin here is different from the other ones. Okay. Sorry, I hope everyone can hear me. Someone said you couldn't hear anything. So can everyone hear me? Just kindly signify in the chat box if you can hear me, please. Okay, okay. Looks like some people can hear me already. Please hope everyone can hear me. Okay, very good. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, okay. Looks like everyone can hear me now. Okay, that's good. Okay, so once you're done with this, you see that once you're done with what you want to dimension, let's go on dimension this part. Let's just pick this one once more. Let's put this part here. That's 2.63. So they are similar. Now, once you are done, you press escape on your keyboard. Make sure you press escape. Because once you are done, your mouse will still be moving around to start picking dimensions, and it might actually frustrate you. So once you are done with what you are doing, make sure you press escape. I hope you understand. Now let's see if we can make some adjustments. Views, adjust dimensions. Remember, for adjusting dimensions, the height should be, let's say, 0.2. Area, the line color should be black, and font color should be black also. I can make it brown so it will look different. Okay. You see how it affected everything at once. Remember, I explained how to use this part during the last session. So you see, everything I taught you last week, some people might see it as boring or so, but it's not actually boring. Rather, on Tuesday, rather, it's not a boring session. It's just to allow you get familiar with all of these softwares, because you always need all of these tools at some point in time. I hope you understand the concept. Okay. So that's for this page. That's just basically for scaling your page. Now let's come down to measurement proper. Let's take off. Okay, now for taking off now, we are going to measure for site area and building area. Let's say I want to measure for topsoil removal and the like. Now for building area, click on area. Now it brings out this pop-up, this box here. Now you type in the name, that's building area. Always label all your measurements. It's very important. Because I told you the situations where your clients want to get the annotations and you start going around and look for the not lost up and down. I hope you understand. So we say you want to see your takeoff. Once you have and you've annotated everything, you have a digital takeoff that your clients can relate to it. I hope you understand. You know where every quantities you are picking is coming from. You know what you've left behind and what is left for you to measure. Now, color, you can pick any color you like. I like blue, turquoise blue. The field type and like so. Now, before we proceed, just okay. Okay, area. On the wrong page. Area, yeah. Building area. Right, and they pick the color. Now on the folder here, make sure it's substructure. It allows your work to be arranged and detailed. I hope you understand. So give your work this kind of arrangement and give your work this kind of professional feel when you are going through it. You know that all of this will be under substructure, right? Then okay. Now you can now pick the points. The normal way you pick, you can always zoom in if you can't see. If you're using glasses like me, you can always zoom in or use the magnify tool. Okay. So pick. All you have to do is follow the building path. It's always as easy as that, actually. Just follow the building path. I'm sorry about that. My network went off. Right. Okay. So let's proceed. Pick the points. I hope you can see all of these points here. So there's no magic anyway, just for you to pick the right points. There's a veranda here, but now I'm picking the entire building area, and the veranda is part of it. So I would follow that path. Okay. And once I'm done, you see, I'm zooming out to see how far I've gone, if it's okay. Then once I'm done here, I'll just double click. Once you are done, you double click. I hope you understand. Once you are done, you double click. Don't press escape yet. Double clicking means you are done with a particular section of your work. I hope you understand. Once you double click, that shows that you are done with a section. But if you press escape, that means you are done with that tool completely and you won't be making use of it anymore. Now, for example, let's say while I was measuring this now, there's maybe a building here that I want to measure also. Now, what I'll do is I'll pick, once I click on this here, I'll come to this building area by the side here. You remember this here? Just click on this box sign. Once you click on this box sign, that's it turns red. You can now pick whatever point you want to pick. Once you double click, that means it has increased the quantities. Let's say we have another one here, just pick like this. And let's say while you're picking, let's say for example, you made a mistake and you just going to click on something here. And instead of you know, if you press escape or cancel, you cancel the entire thing, and you don't want to cancel the entire thing. Just press backspace on your keyboard. It's as easy as pressing backspace. Once you press backspace, you are done. It deletes the entire. But if you press delete, it deletes the entire thing, which is not what you want. But backspace means delete once. Remember what backspace does, right? So then you can just pick the next point. Somewhere around there. Then double click. But once you are done, now press escape. See, that's increase the quantity, but that's not what we want to do. I'm just use that as an example for you. I hope you understand. Now just pick this and just delete that. This, then delete. So your actual quantity of building area is 189.0 square meters. Remember our quantity on Bluebeam, we had 189.0 square meters. I hope you understand. Okay. Now, once you're done with this, you have once over your mouse around it, you see the area. The area is 188.97 actually, but it rounded up to 189. The linear total, that's the external dart. The external dart is 62.41. You see that it has calculated the linear total. That's the length of the external part. And we have 14 points. That's 14 edges, right? Okay. So what you do once you're done with that, just use this icon here to hide. And your drawing is still as good as new. There's no annotation. The quantities are here, as I explained during the last session. Okay. Now, once you're done with that, we'll come to linear. Let's measure for that external gas. External gas still under substructure, right? Okay. Now you can now just something like this. Pick the external walls, just the external walls. Okay. What you just have to do is just pick the edges. That's all. Now remember your wall is not around it, it stops here. Remember. Okay. Then once you are done here, no, it's still on and you don't want it to just press escape. You have 62.3. Remember what you have here. 62.41, 62.3. That's 0.09 difference. Hope you understand. Okay. Then the next one, which is the internal guts. So come to linear. Let's type in internal. See that's the structure, right? Okay. Now what you do now is just pick the internal walls alone. Just the internal walls. And be careful of double counting. In this one, every line signifies a wall. Remember, every line signifies a wall. So that's why this line wants to go down here to stop here. Because this wall line here signifies this wall. So this should stop here. I hope you understand. This one, you pick this one from here down to here. But every line signifies a wall. Remember that. Always put at the back of your mind. Then I can now pick from this point inside. Now, you will notice there's an error here. Remember, we picked this part as external. Remember, I will come back to fix it. Don't worry. Stops here. The next one. Try to be very careful so you can see what I'm doing. There's a door here, so this cuts across and ends back up here. Same goes for this part. Okay. This won't go here to stop here because this part here is for external wall. Remember. Yeah. Okay. So this is how you avoid over measurements. Once you are picking for your internal walls, once you are done, you can either click right click, stop. Now for this that we made an error here, just click on the point here, this point, then drag it back. Introduced. I hope you understand. So if you turn on the internal and external, if you turn both of them on, you can see how it's looking appealing. Now you can see, go through your drawing and see what you've not picked or what you picked. Did you understand? I can just turn this to off once you're done. 54 and 62.2. Remember the last session what we had? That is this. Okay. Now, once you are done with the area internal and external guards, let's say you want to measure for oversight concrete now. Okay, I said this is the external and internal guards already. So this is shows you can always go around to check what walls that you've not picked and walls you've picked using this, because you know that every wall is colored already. That means you picked all of those walls. So that's how you measure for your center line guard or perimeter. Okay. Now, once you are done with that, you've measured for your guard. Let's move into the next stage, which is the volume. Oversight concrete, for example. I want to measure for oversight concrete. So just come to volume to here. That's what I'm measuring for, oversight concrete. Then the thickness should be 150 mm. You see, thickness, they kept mm here. Did you understand? Or you understand how to create your own template. But you can leave all of this empty. Your color, you can pick any color you like. Substructure, yes. Okay. Now you can now just all you just have to do is just follow the building path as explained earlier. Okay. Now that is that. That's how you pick for the entire volume. Right click, stop, and you see it here 23.8 cubic meters. So just turn this off once you're done. So you can just drop your question in this chat box. Once you get to the end, we'll get our question and answer session. Okay. So that is how you measure for all of this. Now, let's say you want to measure for laterite filling or hardcore filling. Let's come to area, you need to measure in volume. Just type in laterite filling. So you have a filling thickness of 600 mm. The assumption, just leave all of this, okay? So what you do is just pick the boundaries of the filling. As I said, you should have an external mouse so you can always zoom in and zoom out. Now, I said I just double clicked here. That does not mean I'm done. I always come back to the next point here, then continue my measurement. Then double click. Then next point here. This is how you continue till you pick everything completely. See how easy it is to just, now I did something here, I double clicked, which, and I see how all of this, but you don't have to worry, just continue. Try to make you see that no one is perfect, but once you make some kind of mistake or you once you face some challenges, there's a solution to it. So this will just terminate here. Did you see that? That's put everything together. Now you see this small kind of recess here. Yes, I can go as far as picking that. Those are kind of details that you might have left out when you were doing this by hand. You would see all of this. But don't worry, there's still a faster way to go about all of this. But let's just do this for now. Okay. So your mouse wheel is doing most of the work here. As I said, you need an external mouse to do all of this. Now you're done. Right click, stop, and repeat all of your internal areas. And we have this as 100.3 cubic meters. Like now, if let's say there's an updated drawing or a new information came in, I want to change the thickness. So what you just do is just double click, change thickness. Let's say thickness became 500 mm. Okay, you have it's 3.6 cubic meters. On a normal day on a takeoff sheet, you start to do the normal deduction, you raise or you do everything again, you take off sheets, press your calculator and the likes. You see just one click, you made your corrections. Did you get? Okay. Then you can just turn this off. You turn this as good as new, your quantities are over here. Now, moving down, okay, we have the next one, which is the linear, which you use to measure out that. Now we have the wall area. For the metric wall area, just click, just the icon block work, right? Then the height of the wall is 3 meters, 3.00. Then it's superstructure, normal substructure. Okay. Then we have wall size 1. Thickness of your wall is 225 wall for external wall. That's 225. Block wall, let me just put in external. I'll put it in there. Then the appearance is the color and the lights. Okay. Once you've done this, click on OK. So all we'll do is pick from this point here. Then see this wall here, it's 150 wall. So just continue from here. This is the level of precision you can actually get using softwares. And it makes surveying actually easier. Then stop this here. This is a 150 wall. So click from here. You see how it's shading the entire thickness. This is a 150 wall. Even if you take your, if you pick that kind of point, it will show you. And you see, by the time we got here, if you go over, you see it will show this kind of, see, it looks thicker. Did you see that? Some video over measure there. So it brings out this arrow that this is where you're supposed to stop. Just double click at that point and you pick your entire 5 walls. Right? Right click, stop. You have the area of the wall as 177.2 square meters. And that on this off. Now for the next one, internal walls, just turn the, just type in block wall. And height still 3 meters. Number of side 1. Now the meaning of this number of side is just 1 block. If you are going to measure for plastering, the plastering is 2 sides. So the number of sides will become 2. For block work, it's just normal one block work, so it's 1. Plastering is 2. I hope you understand. Okay. So the structure, the thickness is 150 mm. Okay. You can just pick from those points here. Just come down. Basically, just pick in a way that would suit you actually. You cannot come out to pick. I see. I don't want it to look like this. Press backspace. Don't press it. Just press backspace, and you can just continue from on that. Hope you seen it. So it's as easy as this actually. Very, very easy. Less than how many minutes? You know the number of things you've measured for, and you know the number of the time you saved in doing all of this. Backspace. This point. So in case you face kind of situation that I just faced now while you were working, you don't have to panic. Just open it back. Then you see where I stopped at still there. Then just turn this on. So that was measuring. Just pick from here down here, then back up, and pick from this point. Only zoom in to make sure you're on the right track, actually. Okay. Now once I think I'm done. Once you're done with all of this, so how easy it made your work. Once you're done with your quantity takeoff like this, right click, stop. You have your wall complete. Wait, now you see that this was missed out during measurement. Now to panic, just turn this back on. Then from this point to this point. Stop. Now we have our complete measurement for our block work. I hope you understand. Now, I'm sure some of you will be like, what of the option of windows and doors and the likes? Or we'll still get there. All your questions will be answered today. Okay. Now, once you've done all of this, we'll move into the next part, which is for linear cubic volume and linear volume in cubic. One is for measuring lintel beam, and the other is for measuring retaining walls. Let's go into that. Now, not to confuse us, the first one, linear cubic volume. This one is for measuring retaining walls. I hope you understand. Retaining walls, we are drawing out retaining walls, like the volume of the retaining walls and the legs. We use the linear cubic meters. I hope you understand. Now, for the next one, which is linear volume in cubic meters, this is now used to measure things like lintel, beam, trench excavation, and the likes. So let's say we're going to use this for trench excavation. Just type in trench excavation. And the width of the excavation is 0.675. Then the depth is, let's say, 1.2. Okay. Then it should be under substructure, not superstructure. Okay. So here's pick from this part. I'll only do this for external wall alone. You can practice on your own for internal walls. because time is not on our side. Then you can refer back to the YouTube channel. I made some materials there available, so you can just it can help you. Like the video on excavation with Planswift and the likes can help you out also. Then once you get here, double click and click stop. So that's the volume of our excavation, 50.9 meter cube. I hope you understand. So it's as easy as that. Okay. Then moving to the count to count down windows and doors. So with the count to, this is our 1.2 window. Just come to count. Pick any shape you want to use to count. I try using the circle. Okay, circle. Just type in window 1.2. Color, circle, scaled. Now the scaled means if I zoom in or zoom out, and it won't affect the size. Now just pick 1.2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have large drawings where the windows are marked and the legs. You can always use this. Then I click stop. That's that. Then for the 750 windows, let's click on count. Windows. Now I will scale it down so you see the difference. Circle. Now just pick 1, 2, 3, 4. And click stop. So you apply the same principle for your doors also. The same principle you apply, there's no difference, there's no big deal and the likes. Now, if I zoom in, do you see the effect on this, the one that did not scale compared to the one that scale? The scaled one remains as it is, while the one you did not scale strength in size, the more you zoom in, then increases as you zoom out. I hope you understand, that's just different. So we have 14 numbers and 5 numbers, right? Okay, so that is about the takeoff tool. Now let's move into a little bit complex part of our class. For the next complex part, let me just make use of this page. Now come to now before I go there, estimating, like I said on the last session, for estimating layers of structure, you see everything here. Superstructure, yeah. My block wall, let's say my cost per each is, let's say 4,200. Then 4,200. And my markup is, let's say 25%. Markup is 25%. Did you see that? See the cost here, down here, to total cost. Building area, let's say per unit area, let's say for my site clearance. Let me just call it site clearance here. Let's assume my building area is site clearance. I'm doing that at, let's say 250. External guards, let's say 100. I'm using machine, manual labor rather than machine. 100. Okay. Then volume, oversite concrete 55,000, for example. Then the laterite filling, let's say, is around 55. This, let me add the markup should be 25 across board. There is no option of changing the currency to Naira in Planswift. It's either dollar, euro. That's what is in Planswift. But there's a way we can go about it, which I will still get to. Don't worry. $25. So I'm just typing all of this, is doing my calculation. You see all of this is increasing down here. It's just as easy as this. Very, very easy. Let's say our window per window is 50,000. It's 28,000. This is actually based on your rates. Then this is, let's say, 25. 5%. Did you see all of this? This is the